You have to follow me on Periscope. This is my sister, by the way. The baby sister. Can you see her? There she is. We're going to demo some stuff on her hair, too. Her name is Jennifer. How come I'm not there? We see Afro City, Vicky 20. Woo! Does this work for sister locks? Oh, yes, it does. And it really just depends on how thick your sister locks are. But most people with sister locks actually have an abundance of hair. So the people that I've seen that I've actually demoed the PuffCuff on with sister locks, they like the largest one. Hi, Afro City again. Can you see me now? No, I can't see you, Taryn Boone, but hopefully you can see me. Hey, girl. And I always have a hard time pronouncing your company, but it's one of my favorite brands. Oh, thank you so much for the ravishing comments. You're ravishing too. Now we can make comments. Yes, everybody can make comments. And yes, I can see you. Love your products. Yes, that was the whole purpose of the PuffCuff, is to make life easier for those curly girls. I miss you too, Marcia. I miss you. We need to get together sometime soon. I need to come to you so I can see what the Carolinas is like. Your hair is goals. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but I'll take it as a compliment. I use the large PuffCuff now. Okay, cool. Twice born. Okay. I need to see you on Instagram, Twice Born. I would date you for the rest of my life. Oh, poor baby. I'm sorry. My husband wouldn't like that, but I'll take the compliment. Kind of want to start out demoing the PuffCuff for those of you who do not know what it is. It is like I said, the only hair clamp for thick, curly, natural hair. And it's not necessarily just for African American women. It is a product for all women and men with curly and textured hair. If your wife has sister locks, she would definitely like this, because not only is it going to allow her to style her hair in different ways, it's not going to put pressure on her hair. I am holding up the original size. So it's kind of, let me bend down so you can see. That's the original size. So you can see it's about the size of my hand. So this is the one that we call, that's the 5-inch. So I'm going to demo it on my hair right quick. I just got finished with the wash and go. What I found that people have different concepts of how thick their hair is. I think my hair looks thick, but if you put your hands in it, it's really not that thick. What size do you suggest for a 3-year-old? It depends on how much hair she has, really, because a lot of moms have used this size on a 3-year-old, but we also have the junior, which is more like a 3.5 size cuff. So this would be if you want to put her hair in one puff, but we also have the minis. A lot of women, a lot of ladies like the minis for their little girls. I actually just saw some wonderful pictures on Instagram of mommies using the minis on actually toddlers. I don't have my glasses on, so it's kind of hard to see some of the names. So hey, J. Radon, I guess it said. And this is all, we're not gonna, there was a little bit of profundity in that one, so I couldn't read it all. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demo it right fast, because a lot of people, are the PuffCuffs in any retail stores? No, not yet. What we're having to do, we only sell online. This is a company that my husband and I started, and to get on retail shelves, it takes a lot of work. But what we ask you to do is go to your local store, go to your big box store, ask for it, so they can start to ask the store manager to get it, because we do sell wholesale quantities. But you, as a customer and as a fan, you have to request it through your store. But we're hoping to get in Walgreens maybe early 2016. How much are the mini PuffCuffs? The mini PuffCuffs come 3 in a pack, and they are $16.99. These are the minis. But we still have the smaller one, which is the micro. the micro compared to the mini. Can you see that? The micro is about 1.25 inches in diameter. I'm sorry, I didn't see that last question. It kind of faded away. What was the question?
It said, what is PuffCuff?
PuffCuff is the only hair clamp on the market designed specifically for curly, textured hair. Everything else, hair accessory wise, has been designed with straight hair in mind. Nothing has been addressed to the curly hair community, which pretty much majority of people on this earth have some type of curl, kink, or texture to their hair. So the difference is the PuffCuff works to where your hair expands into it and not the actual accessory squeezing down on your hair and causing you pain or causing you headaches. I invented it when because when I transitioned to natural hair about 10 years ago, before it was more of a movement, there was nothing that I could style my hair and look presentable for corporate America, which was to pull my hair up in a puff. So I would use this old dreaded thing, which I'm pretty sure most of you use, have a million of them everywhere. I was using this and it was causing me to have pain and headaches by the end of the day. Thank you, Lyrica. Yes, thank you for the compliment. So, or I would take a boot-sized shoestring, tie it around my hair, and pull it till I could get my puff up at the top of my head. Well, I suffer from sinus headaches and migraines, so by the end of the day, I would have an excruciating headache and have to come home and try and take care of my husband and my three children. And you know, by the time you get off work, dealing with what you got to deal with at work, and you hungry, and you got to deal with children, you one hangry, ugly acting sister by the end of the day. So I said, there's got to be something out there, but it wasn't. So we decided to invent it ourselves. So let me demo it right quick. The difference is a lot of people want to make this thing into a banana clip. Here, I'm getting ready to demonstrate this. This may seem like it's based off the concept of a banana clip, but it totally works in the opposite direction. Let me show you. With a banana clip, you try to take it and squeeze it around your hair and try to get it in. Drag it through. That does not work. This is not designed to do that. The teeth are not designed to glide through your hair. They're designed to grasp your hair. So the difference is you gather your hair first. Now this is a wash and go. My hair isn't damp as much as it was earlier, about an hour ago, because I've been letting it air dry. So the difference is you gather your hair first. A lot of people say they have a hard time gathering their hair in one hand. I've been doing this for years, so I pretty much have mastered it, but I'm going to show you a couple tricks if you cannot gather your hair first. So once it's gathered, you take one side. The curved side is down. Can you guys see the curve? It curves down like the shape of your head. So you put it in, insert it in at the bottom of the puff, close to your scalp. That means as close as you can get it to the bottom. My hand and everything is still on top. Now I'm going to get kind of close so you can see how it hooks. Some people want to take their thumb and try to force it around, which that will work, but what you're going to do is you're going to end up weakening that hook. So the way that I've learned to do it is to take it, push it beyond the hook, and then it kind of hooks itself. And then you let it go, let your hair go, and you fluff it out. So what happens is, instead of the clamp squeezing your brains out and pulling your hair expands into the clip, and the clip is pretty much just grasping it and holding it in place. So that's the difference. And then I could show you my hair is, I just got my hair cut, so the back of my hair is a little shorter. But you would just sweep that up with your fingers, put a little gel on there, and you're done. The next thing I want to show you is the difference between, okay, the 5-inch puff gives you, the 5-inch puff cuff gives you the most puff that you can get. But the way to get it out, too, is you don't want to go for the hooks. What you want to do is take each side, push it, bow. Look at that. Look how easy that was. Bow. Open it up. Take it out. Look. No hair. None. No hair is attached to this. You might have a strand or two right here, but you're never going to get it hooked. You're never going to have an abundance of hair. This is not going to rip out your hair. The other thing, if you're using this thing on a regular basis, it's going to get caught up in a whole bunch. You're going to get all the gel, sweat, product, and everything else. This thing ended up being disgusting. And then it ends up not being good for your hair either. And not leaving, and it also collects sweat. So all of that is not good for your hair, natural hair. So the next thing I want to do is show the difference in my puff if I were to use the junior to gather my hair. Now, oh, one thing, let's see, what else can I do? One thing I can do, I'm going to give you a little bit of a different style. So, with this one, I'm going to leave my bangs out. They're kind of wild now because I've pulled them up. So, my sister does this style a lot, where she leaves her bangs out. Oh, yes, we have a lot of daughters that wear them faithfully because you know what? They're able to style their hair on their own, and they don't feel like they get a little bit more independence, and they can still style it on them by themselves and not have any issues. So, with this one, leave my bangs out. Bangs are kind of wild. Gonna put the original puff cuff in. And those of you who really aren't familiar with the puff cuff, we have our own website. It is called the PuffCuff. Here, I'm going to hook it again just like we showed before. It's called the PuffCuff.com. So now we've got, see that? Bangs out, huge puff in the back. Voila, easy.
And super cute.
And cute if I could get, if I could do a little bit more with these bangs. So anyway, that's the second style. On our website, we actually have what we call the hair quiz for those who aren't sure of what size puff cuff to buy. So what you do is you go to our website, and I forget which link it's under, but if you also Google, it's on our website, thepuffcuff.com/hair quiz. You can answer a series of questions, and we actually can recommend what size puff cuff to buy for your type hair. But what I love to tell people is the more puff cuffs the different sizes that you buy, the more versatility you get in styling options. Okay, so now I'm using the junior. I'm using this size, the next size smallest down. With the junior, I do the same thing. Gather my hair first, click it around, make sure it's closed. Now, you see the difference in the size of my puff. So we went from the junior, I can read what they say. We went from the junior.
Make sure you keep saying the website, or we can start live again at 8.
Okay. We use the junior instead of the original, and you get more of a higher, tighter puff. But still, it works the same way, where your hair is pushing out against the puff cuff rather than the puff cuff squeezing your hair too tight. Thank you. Love both looks. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing to get it out. Push it on either side. Bow, pops loose.
Here it said stop showing your
I'm trying not to. Okay, so now I've got the not Rodney King. What was his name? What was that promoter? From back in the day? No, not Al Sharpton. I forget his name. But anyway.
Rodney King?
No,
Not
Rodney King. It was something King. Okay, so next, this is going to show you a little bit different. I'm going to do the junior again, but for my back puff, if I were to moisturize
Don King.
Don King, thank you so much. I got you. Y'all knew where I was at. So if I were to moisturize and use and I might style it before we leave. This is my best friend. You can see I done wore all the label off of my giant jar of Brown Eco Gel. I pull it all back. And this works too. The junior works really good if you want to do a low back puff, because the big one is too big for the back of your head. It's too big for the back of your head. So you want to use the smaller one. You're going to do the same thing. Gather it. Clamp it in. Then you see? Then you can do the low back puff. Make sense? Always available for the PuffCuff.com. At the PuffCuff.com. A lot of ladies also will take the front, and let's say you don't have a lot of length to be able to pull your hair all the way back or to pull it all the way up. If you're still in the transition, hey, do your 2-strand flat across the front. Hold up, got a little kinkage. Can you guys see that? I just do this real thick. I'm one now. It took me a lot of time to get used to not trying to grab a comb and go through my hair and use my fingers instead. But I think it gives you that fullness that you want and not making your hair too tight. So we've done the... Yeah, and it destroys your curls. So, we've done the 2-strand across the top, or 2-strand flat. My natural hair vocabulary is still growing. But, so I did that. I'm going to use the junior again. Bam! Got that? See that? Perfect little work look. Work your edges if you want to with the Eco Gel. That's my favorite gel, so it's the only gel that does not break me out. How do you make a mohawk with the PuffCuff? Okay, here we go. Glad that question came. Mohawk. Depends on if you want your bangs out or not.
You gonna use 2 PuffCuffs?
What I do is I like to take 1 junior, 2 junior, and a micro. So for my front, I just kind of, go through, make 1 section in the front. And I kind of bring it towards the front of my head. With this one, I'll use the mini. I said junior, but actually this is the mini. So you click that one. Then you're going to fluff that towards the front. Make a second section. Of course, I'm kind of going quick, so you would take your time a little bit more than what I'm doing. Got your next section gathered. Take another mini. Can you guys see that? Take another mini. Put that one in. gather the hair first, of course. And then you take that last one, which technically, I think my hair is a little bit thicker than the last time I did it. But anyway, I'm going to use the micro for my last section. You gotta click that in the same way. There you go, ladies.
Cute.
You see that? How is that? There's your mohawk. You also could do the same thing, but leave your not your brains, leave your bangs out. So that's it. Give me some more questions. This is supposed to be Q&A. Well, you have to, let's see. Kamara, you got to send us pictures of that frohawk. Follow us on Instagram. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Follow us at the PuffCuff.
Cute.
The next thing I want to explain about the material that the PuffCuff is made out of. We did a lot of research in terms of what to make this PuffCuff out of.
Is it available outside
yes,
of the
it is available outside the United States. On our website, thepuffcuff.com, we ship to many international countries. And we only charge $4.99 flat rate shipping to those countries. If you're domestic, the shipping is free. So we have many curly-haired ladies in different countries that we want to introduce and have them use the PuffCuff so they can also be headache-free.
I have short hair. What's the best hairstyle that I can use with the PuffCuff?
Okay, when you say short hair, how long would you say your hair is stretched? I'm going to put this back up while we're waiting for her answer. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? People say that they can't. Does your hair need to be a minimum length for it to work? It's kind of relative. You have to kind of try it for yourself. The way I say is if you can gather your hair up, it doesn't have to be in a one-hand ponytail, but at least has to be able to gather it, I would say, to at least here. And let's say your front might not be long enough to pull all the way to the back. Leave the front out. Just leave the bangs. There's a lot of people on Instagram that have done some really nice, interesting designs with twists and braids and leaving their bangs out and then just gathering their hair in the back.
And say that the biggest PuffCuff is best for shortest hair.
The biggest PuffCuff is best for shortest hair.
For adults.
And children. My sister's ad-libbing in the background. She probably want to see her again because some people haven't seen her. There she is. That's Jenny. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to demo how to get that slick look. A lot of people say, oh, it doesn't hold tight enough. It's not giving me that slick, ripply, wavy look around my edges. So I personally like the slick look.
Oh, that's my girl.
So what I'm going to do, thank you, we're both beautiful. You're beautiful too. Okay, what I do, hey, you see that brown Eco Gel, the good stuff? I tried the olive oil one. It doesn't work for me. It breaks me out, so I can't use it. The brown is the only one that I can use. So I really hardly ever comb through my hair. I just kind of brush my edges because I found that when I comb through my hair, of course it's going to stretch it. And then at the same time, it ruins my curls. So I'm getting used to not combing through my hair. So I put that Eco on, get your little boar bristle brush. I kind of swoop my edges just to give it a little bit more. I call it that back in the day baby hair look. That's what I like. because I never had it in high school, and I so desperately wanted that baby hair look. And now that I let my hair stop being chemically relaxed, I discovered that I was too one of those girls that had baby hair. So anyway, I am doing the same thing, gathering it up, using my big PuffCuff because I want maximum puffage. That's my word, maximum puffage. Get that hooked on that second hook. There we go. I got it fluffed. And then now while we're waiting, and see, I was able to pull my back up smooth. Uh-oh. Got that one little renegade piece. Hello, Detroit.
You want to show them how to pull it up and out?
Oh, and the other thing is, once you get it up, if you even want it tighter, hold your hair and then pull the PuffCuff down. And then it takes a lot of that slack out.
It says, can I resell these?
Yes, you can resell them.
On your sister?
Yes, you can resell the PuffCuff. We have our wholesale accounts. If you go to the PuffCuff.com and the PuffCuff.com/wholesale, we have a form that you can fill out to get a wholesale account activated for you. So while I'm letting this sit to prove that you can get that slick look with the PuffCuff, I'm going to do a couple of styles on my sister. How old is you? Honey, I am old enough to be your mama. I am 43 with 3 chillins.
It works on wet hair?
Yes, it works on wet hair. Actually, I recommend it for you to do it on wet hair first, because when your hair is wet, it has more elasticity to it. Mm-hmm. Even though I do style my hair with the PuffCuff on dry hair, but usually it's after it's been stretched.
Yay.
Send me a kiss. I don't know how to do that, but there you go. Okay. We're going to have Jenny Pooh sit down while I do a couple of styles on her. There she is, light-skinned blonde.
That is awesome. I have 2 teenage girls that are both natural. We need this. Yes, you do. You definitely need the PuffCuff for your girls. I can't wait till my baby girl has enough hair. We've been trying micros in her hair forever.
Okay, so let's see. I'm actually going to do 2 puffs because this will be one thing that the little girls may like. Now, my sister's hair is very, very soft. And what she likes is the fact that it's not going to pull at her hair, and it'll still give her maximum. Let's use the.
Let's see, what size are you using?
Yeah, we'll use the minis first. It's still going to give her maximum puff. Yeah. Because if she used anything with elastic, it's going to cinch her hair down to the smallest point of resistance. So what we did is we used the micro. No, we didn't. We used the mini for that side.
The babies are doing fine. They actually are both walking now. So pray for me on that.
Yes, it's a brand new day at my sister's house. And then we're going to do the other one just the same. Now, how many of these mamas don't want to do their little girl's hair and be done that fast? Mm-hmm. And guess what? That baby girl didn't yell out in pain either.
Right. I'm not crying.
So we've got that style. But here, let me do this. When she goes to see Star Wars next week, all you got to do is twirl and tuck.
Here, Princess Leia, here we come.
With the couple of bobby pins. And I didn't bring my bobby pins down here. But that's all you have to do. we can't wait for you to order those for Harper also. So we've got one bun. And then we're just twirling and tucking that second bun.
Does it end at a certain time? Oh, that's good.
So, Princess Leia, ready for Star Wars in under a couple minutes.
Oh, you should do my favorite. The one all the way up at the front to the side.
Which one?
A big puff all the way up to the front.
Oh, okay.
And on the side, it's real funky.
Okay, I'm going to do one more on my sister's hair. Once again, when we take it out, if you do have length, you do have to take it out carefully. But even then, we only lost one strand. One teeny tiny silver strand that my sister's probably glad is gone.
It can go.
Okay, do we make it with the junior or we make it with the...
I usually do it with the original, but either way.
Okay. So, my sister likes the bouffant kind of puff in the front. So one thing, if you were trying to do this style, if you were trying to do this style with an elastic band, baby, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
one thing about the PuffCuff, you can decide, well, let's do it on the side first. You can decide where you want your puff. You give me the brush. Thank you. You can decide where you want it.
Oh, one thing I did want to mention was that the PuffCuff has been a savior after I had all my postpartum shedding, because I lost a lot of hair in the front and on the sides, and it definitely allowed me to style my hair very delicately so that I didn't lose more hair than I needed to.
So that's the side puff. You definitely could not get this with any type of headband. And the thing is, if you were to try it with the headband, you're not going to get this much hair, this much puff. Because one thing, like I said, my sister's hair is really soft and really not fine, but she doesn't have a whole bunch of hair and it's really soft. But this is able to give her more, a fuller look and camouflage the fact that she may have thinner hair. So a lot of people who have thinner hair or don't have as much hair like the PuffCuff, because then they're able to give the illusion that their hair is thicker. So we're going to do the same thing, push it together, pop it open, and now we'll do the front funky puff. Now for this one, because it's in the front of her head, and we don't want that big PuffCuff coming down on her forehead, we're going to use the junior. The junior is the second size down. You guys see that?
Yes, there is a multi-pack.
There is a multi-pack. We call it the family pack. The family pack comes with one original, which is the 5-inch, one junior, 2 minis, and 3 micros. So, this, you got a funky, more elegant look. Is that not cute? Oh my goodness. I might have to work this baby later on in the week. So, that's it. That's good. I like that a lot, Jenny. Okay, so once again, to get it out, don't go for the clip. Push the sides. Bow! Popped right open. There we go. Okay. One thing I was going to say, let's see, can you show the micro and regular ones next to each other so I can see the size difference? The micro and the original.
This is the original.
Hold it up high against the white. That's the the original. This is the micro.
What is this compared to like a quarter?
Like a size of a quarter? Let's see.
So this is the original. And then this is the micro. And we're getting ready to compare a micro to a quarter.
Okay, so this is a quarter, and that's the micro. So the inside of a micro will be about the diameter of a quarter. Jenny, do you think, oh, do you know who that is?
This is my girlfriend. Yes, you could definitely use it in your hair too.
What size did you use for the forward puff style? The forward puff we just used
was the junior, wasn't it?
We used the junior.
Here.
Oh, we used the junior.
I'm 33.
What was that one? Can you lower your hands a little, please?
Oh, okay.
Okay, do you want us to do something, do another demo, and then we can lower our hands? We heart you too, honey. One thing I do want to show is a lot of people, let me switch back. A lot of people have a hard time saying that they cannot gather their hair. I know I'm off the camera. I'll be back in just a second.
And don't forget to show your slip down.
A lot of people say they have a hard time gathering their hair with one hand. What I've seen a lot of ladies do is they'll still use this, and I'm going to take this off for just a second.
I'm in Russia. Hi from Russia.
Oh, we've shipped a couple to Russia. You can order them off our website too, thepuffcuff.com, $4.99 flat shipping. $4.99 US dollars, that is. So they have a hard time saying that they can't hold all of their hair, because I know I've met some sisters with so much hair that they cannot gather it with both hands. So what they'll do is what other people have told me that they do is they will take the elastic band and loosely put it, sorry, that's the alarm to let me know I need to go pick my son up from football practice. But it's daddy night. So what they'll do is they'll put a scrunchie on loosely at the top, like midway on their puff. From Turkey? Oh my goodness. Well, you have to check us out on the puffcuff.com also. So once they got that in, then they take the puff cuff, do the same thing as normal, put it in as close to the scalp, base of your puff by the scalp as possible. Then they'll take that off. Then they were able to use,
Pull it close again.
Then they were able to use both their hands, and then you can grab your hair, kind of pull the puff cuff down, and get that tighter look. But one thing another thing I wanted to tell you is people were getting a lot of comments that PuffCuff is made out of a flimsy material, it's cheap, it's not worth it. Well, like I was saying earlier, the PuffCuff is made out of a material that is a plastic. It's called ABS plastic, so it's really strong and durable. It's the type of plastic to where before it'll break, it'll bend and turn white. So majority of the accessories that you use, I don't care about Bernie Sanders right now, but okay. The majority of the accessories on the market now are made out of acrylic or resin. Now acrylic is just like the nails. It's the shiny accessories that are real shiny and they look like tortoiseshell. They're made out of acrylic, so they're made out of something just like the acrylic nails. So it's a powder and a liquid coming together to form a solid. So it's not a homogeneous mixture. It's very brittle. just like the nails are. This is 100%, it's a homogeneous mixture, and it's lightweight. Something that is heavy doesn't always equal quality. My main purpose in using the ABS plastic is because why do you want something heavy on your head? The whole point of this is to not cause pain and to not cause any issue. No, I'm not going to shut the F off, but I hope that's because you're like shocked or something. So anyway, this is made out of ABS plastic. It's lightweight, it's durable. And this particular PuffCuff, I have had for 2 years. 2 years. So this is not something that you are going to have to recycle on a daily basis or on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. This is because this is an investment. Plus, our product is, where is it? Made in the USA. I hope you can see that somewhere. But anyway, it's made in the USA. Made by Americans. And as far as I'm concerned, as long as I own this company, it will stay made in America. And made in America products may cost a little bit more. That's just it. So we're going to wind this up because we're getting ready to go on an hour. You guys give me some hearts and let me know if you want us to do more demos. If you have more questions, we're willing to do this maybe every couple of months, just for those who are curious, because we know this is a product that's new. It seems old, but because you have to use it in a different way. Oh, honey, I thank you for fans like you, because this is definitely something that through my research, I found that we with curly hair have totally been ignored by the beauty and hair industry, except for products in a bottle. They do not see any importance on developing a product that's specifically designed for curly hair people that we can use to style our hair and style with ease. So one thing my last thing, don't pull too tight yet. No, it doesn't pull too tight, but you can get that tight look. I have got my waves going on. All from my Eco Gel and tying it down just a little bit for 20 minutes. Then you can, not 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Then you can have that slick look like you like. You see it? And guess what? I'm getting ready to go to sleep in this joker too, because you don't feel it when you go to sleep. Yeah, but put your silk bonnet on it, just so you can have that healthy look, for a healthy glow on your hair and your face. All right, we're about to sign off. I appreciate everyone again for watching our first Q&A. Please spread the word about the product. Have people visit thepuffcuff.com and follow us on Instagram. And I think we're going to repost this on YouTube for later views. Good night. God bless you all. Take